Hi, everybody. I think what we're going to talk about today is going to be basically your cozy area in your classroom. For both Itters and Eckers, it's going to be page 14 in your environment rating scale um, documents, and they're going to be under subscale item number 3. Itters is going to say provision for relaxation and comfort, and Eckers is going to say furnishings for relaxation and comfort. But they both boil down to a cozy area. So if I go straight to notes for clarification, um, under item 3, furnishings for relaxation and comfort means softness provided for children during learning and play activities. Um, and they're not talking about things like cots and blankets and pillows, that kind of thing. You really want some kind of a substantial, cozy area. Think of it as a place for the children to go to be able to decompress, deregulate, to be able to take a deep breath, and be be comfortable. You know, they're in classrooms with um, several other children, or maybe many other children, and it's the one place where they can go and be alone. And some children need that just as us as adults need that. So I'll probably jump back and forth with this, and let's start with the what you need in a cozy area. Um, Here, 3.2 says you need 3 or more soft toys. And then if you want to score 5, many soft toys. And there is a asterisk here, which is your prompt to come down to notes for clarification. And it will clarify many here means at least 10 soft toys, or at least 2 per child if there are more than 5 children. So if you have 10 children in the classroom, you've got to have 20 soft toys for your cozy area. And 3.2, it explains what they mean by soft toys. So it could be soft cloth or vinyl blocks, soft dolls, animals, puppets, those kinds of things. Um, and I believe Eckers says similar. This one will say some soft furnishings accessible, some soft toys accessible to children. 3.2, some means at least 3 for them. But if you want to score higher, like under a 7, we'll say many clean soft toys available. And down here for notes for clarification, many means, it technically means enough so they don't have to compete over them. But for 2s and 3s, at least 2 for each child. If you have 4s and kindergarten children, at least 10, or if more than 20 children, enough for half the group size. So at least 2 for each child, or at least 10. If you have, let's say if you have 20 children in your group, you've got to have at least 10 there. If you have 30 children in your group, you've got to have 15. So that somewhat explains the number of toys that you need. And again, examples here for Eckers: cloth puppets, dolls that are soft or have soft bodies, stuffed animals, things that will be of comfort for children. Just think of things that are soft for them. Let me go back here to Itters. what else do we want to say? Okay, so it also mentions that the area has to be accessible much of the day. And you know, for ITERs, that means anytime the children are awake and able to play. So they've got to have free access to that area. And that's one of those hits that you don't want to take because of much of the day. And then for ITERs, it says substantial portion of the day, which if you remember back to our first or second module, that was your time for at least a third of the day that your center is open. Going back to ITERs, 5.2 says cozy area protective from active play. And then Eckers says cozy area not used for active physical play. So what you want to do is protect that area. It should be a clearly defined space, and it should be protective from active play. So in the case of the younger children, infants and toddlers, you want to make sure that it's a place where they can go without interference. If you've got your small babies in there, you don't want your older babies and your toddlers walking over them, stepping on them, that kind of thing. And for Eckers, the same kind of thing. You want to make sure that that area is not being used for like wrestling or gymnastics or that kind of thing. It needs to be a protective area. Think of it as a place where children go when they want to be left alone. Because just like adults, sometimes we need our space. Children also need their space. It may be a place that they need to go to deregulate or to calm down or to just self-comfort. I think that's most of it. Now, if the question comes up about whether or not you can utilize that area for, let's say, a circle time or something like that, then you can. It can be used for short periods of time as group space, but for the rest of the time, it should be protective from that active play. Let me see if there's something similar here. They say the same thing here. The idea of having a cozy area means it has to have substantial amount of softness for children. So you can't just have a soft rug or a cushion or a thin mat. It's got to have substantial amount of softness. So it can be an old crib mattress, maybe with a cover over it. Or I've seen those igloos, those animal igloos where children can go inside it with a soft cushion inside of it that they can sit on. Or you can give the illusion of something soft and cozy using curtains or something like that. I'll send you some examples. I'll attach to the email some ideas for cozy areas. But let's see. The other thing that needs to happen with your cozy area is, let me see, I know it's in the ITERs. Let me see if it's in Eckers. I don't see it in Eckers, but in ITERs, they will need to see at least one instance of the cozy area being used for reading or other quiet play. So that is a place where the teachers can go in there at least one time during your assessment period where they can see you reading or playing quietly with the children in that area. And be aware of your non-mobile infants, making sure that they have time in that area as well, which means you may have to be aware of being able to move them from one space to another. And you can score even higher if you have more than one cozy area. So if you have a cozy area, plus you have other soft areas, a soft rug somewhere, another soft chair or couch, then that will count for higher scores. Okay, I think that's all for this, and I will put some additional ideas in the email for you. Okay, thanks.